Wo is not a Muslim. 6 Muslims versus un secret non-Muslim.
What comes to your mind when you think
La
of
vidéo de fou.
Muslims?
Il y a des sous-titres, j'espère. Dis-moi qu'il y a des sous-titres, je t'en supplie. Bah, au calme, anglais, hein.
Do you put them in a box based on biases heard from the media, your peers, or just unknown sources?
Ah, ouais, ils sont bien, les sous-titres, c'est bon.
As you play along this episode of Odd Man Out, think of how you picked them.
We brought together 7 Muslims.
I'm Muslim.
I'm Muslima.
I'm Muslim.
I'm Muslim. I'm Muslim.
I'm Muslim.
I'm Muslim.
One
Tu vois, il y en a un qui est pas musulman dans le temps.
is a liar. If the group discovers who the liar is, they'll split a cash prize.
J'ai déjà un doute, hein.
If the liar survives, they win the entire prize.
Also, there's a surprise this
Une
episode.
surprise.
Not that the cast is all moles, but for the first time, the prize money will decrease for each round the players continue past round 2.
We're like the families from
J'ai tellement déjà un doute, frère.
Pakistan. Same. Wow. Yeah.
Elle a dit quoi, Pakistan?
Continue past round 2.
We're like the families from Pakistan. Same. Wow. Yeah. What part? Karachi. Oh, Karachi. Islamabad.
Au Japon, il y avait une dame qui travaillait au McDo. Une indienne. Et ce qui est carré avec les Indiens en Japon, quand tu vois un Indien, quand tu vois autre chose qu'un Japonais, ça fait plaisir parce que tu sais qu'il parlera anglais. Bref, je vois qu'elle est indienne. Je lui demande est-ce qu'elle est indienne. Elle me dit ouais, elle est indienne. Je lui dis, elle me dit ouais, je suis indienne. Je lui dis quoi? Je lui dis ah, moi aussi je suis indien. Elle a commencé à me débiter en indien. Je sais pas pourquoi j'ai voulu faire le mec. Après, je lui dis non, mais moi j'ai. En fait, moi j'ai grandi là. En fait, j'ai grandi qu'en France. En fait, c'est juste mes parents, ils sont nés en Inde et tout.
Yeah, I'm also Pakistani too, but I'm from Karachi as well.
I mean, my family, we're just from New York, but I know that my grandfather had converted to Muslim. I'm
Attends, tu viens pas. Le Roland, il vient pas serein.
Palestinian.
Oh yeah.
Parents born, raised there, first generation.
I'm Jordanian, which is next to Palestine. Yeah.
I lived in Amman for 2 years when I was younger.
Really?
Yeah.
I just came from Amman like 2 years and a half ago.
Cool.
So I'm new here
Mais frère, les gars, y a pas de suspense.
in the States.
Yeah, I'm from Bangladesh.
Oh, okay.
Silat. My parents are from first generation as well.
Lui, il est musulman.
How did your family implement Islam?
Putain, mais les gars, je sais même pas si c'est autorisé de faire ce que je fais, frère. Lui, il est musulman. Non, lui, il est pas.
Growing up.
Regarde, elle a pas de voile, ça y est, vous.
Albab was asking a lot of questions, and she was kind of trying to get information out of the others, so I suspected
Putain, le gros œil en plein milieu de ça.
There was a lot of white people, Latino people, and
Oula, qu'est-ce qu'il
I
raconte?
always felt like I was the only Muslim.
No, I relate to that too because, like, I mean, like, I'm African American, you know, so like, I think it's like not expected of me to be, but growing up, like, that's just what I was taught, like, from my father, from my grandfather. You know, after my father had passed away, you know, like, it made me like look at everything he taught me, you know. So I got right back into it.
Yeah.
You know?
I mean, growing up Muslim, my mom's white, so it was kind of like a half culture, you know. But I did the Sunday school thing, and I like finished the Quran twice.
Elle rentre dans l'équation des doutes, elle.
It wasn't as like
Elle rentre dans le doute, elle.
strict Muslim.
I come from a
Les
Muslim
cours le
family.
dimanche.
My mom is not strict. However, she wears hijab, but she never enforced it on us. Like
Mais déjà, elle vient avec des. Elle vient avec des artefacts, elle.
always, they tell us when it's the right time for you and you feel it within your heart that you want to wear hijab, then you're gonna wear hijab.
I was looking for like little clues, and I
Ça c'est une phrase d'Aaron. Ça, c'est une phrase d'Aaron arabe musulman, je la crois, elle.
know with like Zaina, she wore an
Elle portait un
evil
mauvais
eye.
œil.
And like my mom taught me that in Islam, like the evil eye, like you're not supposed to wear that.
Elle est musulmane.
Muslim for us and what we found like.
Après, les gars, s'il vous plaît, les mecs, soyez compris dans le chat. Faites pas les mecs, oh, elle est pas voilée, c'est pas une musulmane. Il y a des musulmans pas voilés, les gars. Ça y est, calmez-vous, frère.
The hardest thing
Arrêtez de faire croire les gens, vous. Wesh, s'il vous plaît, faites pas les cons.
being Muslim, at least maybe here.
Voilà.
Being Muslim for me, it's funny because, you know, I'm very liberal, I guess, in a
T'es
way.
libéral, hein.
It's hard because some people, again, just put you in a box and they're like, wait, but you're not wearing a hijab and you know, you wear tank tops.
My mom wears the hijab. I've always kind of envied that, like, she can wear her Islam, like, publicly outside. Because, like, sometimes I'll see another lady walking down the street wearing a hijab and I want to say Assalamu alaikum, but I don't want to just be like some random guy who she might, like, be afraid of on the street just trying to talk to her. For high school, I went to a Catholic all-guys school, so that was very different.
When he mentioned that he went to a Catholic school, I was a bit thrown off because you would assume that they would go to a school based off of their...
Ah frère Ryan, si tu savais le nombre de rebeux que j'ai vu dans les écoles catholiques, ma gueule. Enfin de rebeux de musulmans, pardon.
It was a school that was close by and my mom, like, wanted me to, like, all boys, I don't want,
Bah, je suis là, il y a un truc à justifier, lui.
And for her, it's still like it's another religious institution that's going to be teaching like similar values and just like morals kind of stuff. Oh no, okay. I guess.
Okay.
Sorry.
Followers vote. Who is the mole? C'est quoi the mole? La taupe?
You know, she didn't get to really talk a lot, and again, she said she was like, you know, half white, and so it seemed very obvious.
Le couffard, en fait. Wesh les gars, ils ont voté à fond sur la meuf. Moi, j'aurais voté quelqu'un d'autre.
We love you so much. We love you so much. Alhamdulillah.
Because I'm half white, I think it definitely made people suspicious of me because I don't look Pakistani at all, so they'd probably think that I was lying when I told them that.
Okay, I think we should ask like more factual questions.
It's like,
Could we talk about like Ramadan for everyone?
Yeah.
That's just like what it's like fasting, what it feels like for you, what your family does.
It's like being around people who are not like doing it, you know what I'm saying? And it's like,
your friends want to hang
yeah,
out.
like,
let's go get
bro,
food.
like,
You're
let's go
like,
get
I'll
food.
watch you guys
I'm
eat.
like,
And sometimes like watching people eat for me, it like helps. Like I don't
Yeah.
know why I used to work
watching Food Network.
Yes. Oh my God.
Yeah, it's like a torture kind of thing to ourselves.
I've heard from like my family back home too. At least like it is this case in Karachi, but like what's nice is that in Ramadan they close the restaurants and stuff until iftar, so it makes it even easier for you to like go ahead and still practice because you know sometimes you're out like go out with your friends and eat like not eat but like just watch them and they'll be like.
En tout cas, là, oui, le Palestinien, bon, il a trop débité. Il a débité comme un mec qui était suspect.
I don't want to eat in front of you. Are you okay?
Le Bengali, veste en...
The
Lui, là, je fais trop confiance, lui.
Ramadan, like it was a time when I was a bit younger and I was in high school and I was going through like a very like rebellious time.
Yeah.
It was during Ramadan when I just like I had this like realization like I'm not doing the right thing right now. And it was that time where I really like transformed.
The reason I was suspicious of Ayan, I feel like anytime when I'd peek around, I just saw him like scanning everybody, kind of looking a little fidgety. Someone would say something and then he'd be,
oh yeah, me
too.
I try to fast at least like 3 to 4 days out of the week. Just to kind of give myself that opportunity to do it. There was 1 month I did it every day. It was like the best month.
Wesh.
It really is. But
once you get used to it, you would get it. Like it was hard for me when I was younger to fast all the days.
No alcohol or like no pork. Do you guys like feel strongly about one thing about Islam but like not about the others?
I mean, I feel very strongly about like not eating pork. I just remember.
Après, il a un blaze, hein, Omari. Non mais les gars, c'est trop facile. Si t'arrives devant le mec, bah vas-y, shahed, c'est trop facile sinon. Ils peuvent pas faire ça, c'est trop facile sinon, frère.
My father really like told me, you know, like pork is
Merci
swine,
Haroun,
you
merci
know,
de moi, frère.
Like I stay like completely away from it, you know.
I've even had conversations with my mom where we'd be like, if like Allah came down right now and said it's okay, like I still don't think I really would eat it. To me, just like I just see it as gross. Like that's just I don't.
Exactly.
Comes like that.
For me, I also think the no alcohol thing is pretty big for me also because.
Putain les gars, c'est là qu'on voit que nos musulmans en France sont best-sell. Hein.
I learned in middle school is like the mother of all sins, so I really stay away from it.
C'est un jeune à 8 ans. Ouais, tout le monde est mitigé là, Kari.
I was like, dang.
It felt like there was more pressure just to find the mole quicker, and I didn't.
Mais là, s'ils en sautent un et que ça c'est pas fini, c'est qu'ils ont pas trouvé ou bien ils veulent d'abord virer les gens et après ils disent le résultat.
I feel like I wanted to get into some deeper questions.
Raise your hand if you're certain that the mole is still in the box and you'd like to continue looking.
La partie la continue?
Like,
Highlight
on
du
a scale of
contenu.
1 to 10, how devout do you guys think you are?
Okay, for me, around 6 years ago, I had a very bad car accident, and I was almost dead. Like, I stayed in the hospital for 3 months, and I have a scar in my face now, if you can see it. It was a very bad experience. However, it got me closer to Allah. A car hit us, and I had to go through the front window. I
Elle
thank
nous a
God I'm
sorti
alive, that I'm
un
healthy, that there's
un
nothing
œil que
wrong.
j'ai jamais vu de ma
I
vie,
feel like
frère.
I'm like a 5 because I don't really have anyone like that's like, you know, it's not like within like my family big like that, you know, so
Yeah.
the lessons that we're taught, you know what I'm saying, that's I embody those, maybe not all the, you know, the other things that come with it, you know.
Can we talk about an experience where you encountered someone that was speaking down on you or whatnot?
Putain, mais heureusement, mes darons, ils ont immigré en
Maybe, I
France
think
et
my
pas en Amérique.
sophomore year of high school, I got this one sweatshirt that like had in Arabic written "Nasha and Yadum," and under in English, "This too shall pass." And some random kid who I didn't know like skates up to me and says like, "Oh, so you're a terrorist?" I was just like
Carré de
taken
ouf.
aback. I was like, "Excuse me." I think I was like 15, but that was like the first time for me that I really like experienced it and was just a little like, "Whoa, like where does this come from?" This kid looked like he was 12. He looked younger than me. But he already has these ideas of like, oh, you're a terrorist just because you have like maybe some Arabic written on your sweatshirt. Almost
Hey, il parle
every
vite, là, lui,
time
ça.
I've gone to the airport, whether it was with my family or by myself, and any of us would be pulled to the side for a little random search. There is definitely.
Ok, c'est bon, lui, je le crois. Eh, les gars, on a un pote à nous, il est palestinien, vous voyez, on est parti avec lui au Japon. Les gars, peu importe où on va, aéroport et tout, il se faisait arrêter. On en a. Ouais, c'était relou, frère. Il se faisait arrêter à chaque fois. Chaque escale, il se faisait arrêter. En Chine, il s'est fait arrêter. À l'aller, retour. Japon, pareil. Et lui, comme il est palestinien, lui aussi, il ment pas.
I can go. It was basically
Pourquoi?
in, like, it was in middle
Parce que son passeport, il est écrit né à Gaza, frère.
school, and
À chaque fois, il
we
a
went to
arrêté, ma gueule.
class, and a kid goes up to me, and because he heard my last name, and he just like he called me a terrorist, and I.
Ah ouais, ça a monté en viewer, hein.
Started cursing at him. But
Il y a un pro, il a coupé le live, hein. Mais pour moi. Après, le problème, je sais pas selon quoi il vote. Genre, comment tu peux voter Ayen? Ça se voit, lui, c'est.
Oh my gosh.
Wow. Why were you put into a Catholic school?
Il a pas lâché l'affaire pour l'école catholique, lui. Hein. Lui, il est vraiment choqué que par rapport à ça. Hein.
From our house, my parents wanted a school that would teach similar values.
Are you a Muslim?
Wallahi, I'm Muslim.
Like, what's the biggest thing to you that means that you're Muslim?
So I was hijabi in high school, but then when I entered, like you said,
Comme la meuf dans
I took
Elite.
off my scarf. But I think that because of this, I actually grew closer to Islam. Would you mind listing all 5 prayers and like
Wow,
when
Oumari.
the day that they happen?
Oumari.
Dang, well, I don't know why I'm on the spot right now.
So
But you know, it's
Mais les gars, mais c'était de lui depuis le début, frère. Mais frère, mais pourquoi ils ont voté tout sauf lui, wesh? Ça se voyait, ma gueule.
Crap. It's like morning. I watched my dad do it a lot. You know.
What was like the point that really like that turned you to find Allah a bit more, I guess?
Oh yeah, I mean like I was just like partying a lot, like doing a lot of like just bad things, like, and my whole family's really religious, so I'm from Bangladesh. Like you won't meet a Bengali that's not Muslim, you know.
Bah les gars.
How can you be exempt from fasting? Do you know?
Yes, of course.
Yeah.
Okay, if you are very sick and you are under medication and stretching your life, you should not fast, especially for elder people.
Mais comment tu peux voter autre chose? Comment tu peux. Là. Comment tu peux pas voter pour la WIS, s'il vous plaît? Comment ça vote encore le Bengali, frère? Ça n'existe pas un Bengali non musulman, mec. Ah, ils sont vraiment cons. Pourquoi lui? Ah bah c'est déjà avec des rebeux autour. Que des rebeux. Et quand bien même ça existe des rebeux non musulmans, c'est wesh, un Bengali. Un Bengali c'est souvent trop musulman, un Palestinien pareil. Et aussi parce que frère, la question que ça lui pose, il connaît pas. Une seule prière, il a pas su la dire. Après, moi je sais pas comment. Wesh, ici, même mes petits un coup de. Même mes petits cousins, il y a 8 ans, ils connaissent les prières et tout, wesh. Il reste une taupe là? Ouais.
Like my gut instinct was Zaina, and so I wish I would said if it's too well, it's got to be her.
She fit the character very well, but the reason why I didn't go further with it was because I had met Muslims who were like
Les gars, t'es sûr, ma gueule. Merci Axom, merci pour le sub, mon frère.
her.
No, but I really want to tell you the truth.
Et ouais, certes, elle avait un artefact de ouf, elle avait une grosse œil là, un gros œil. Mais t'en as plein qui mettent des mains de Fatma et. Y'en a plein, ils savent pas.
I know a lot of Quran. I've studied Quran.
Were you raised up in another religion? Are you ex-Muslim?
No. I'm Christian.
That's what I thought because it was like.
But,
Ouais, c'était sûr, c'était une chrétienne. Ouais, en vrai, chrétienne de Moyen-Orient, il y en a plein aussi.
but we are only 2% out of the population in Jordan. We're very, very few.
Ouah, Kishta Max. Ouah, elle est en pierre.
Every day.
Devant eux.
I didn't. It was I felt bad because they're all nice. Because I know I'm a liar, and they're all super sweet.
You know, I'm not as knowledgeable, and I'm not. I have tattoos. You know, I don't follow necessarily the guidelines. I'm not strict with it. You know, I just know that it's a personal relationship.
We all have our own ways we practice, and we understand that
Ah,
just
c'est vous, ça.
because somebody practices it a little bit less or a little bit more doesn't make them any more of a Muslim than the
Pardon,
other person.
Marie, désolé, Marie.
Hi, my name is Ragni Basin and I directed this episode of Odd Man Out. And if you'd like to play along in the next episode, you can go to our Instagram page and vote for who you
Putain,
want
j'ai
to
la
replace.
haine.
Until next time.
J'ai la haine pour rien. Mais pas avoir trouvé, j'ai la haine, frère. Who is not a middle schooler? C'est quoi ce truc de merde là? C'est quoi? C'est qui est pas au collège? Ils sont trop fous. Comment ils appliquent la religion là-bas, ça? Ah, frère, c'est comme ça, hein. Allah yahdina. La sunna de Malcolm. Il y a encore un truc lourd comme ça?
You brought 100.
C'est là que vous voyez que j'ai pris en maturité, les mecs, hein. J'ai mûri, hein. Une vidéo comme ça, il y a 2 ans, en tarté, je les aurais trop farcis, frère. Là, maintenant, je suis en mode Allah yahdina, les frères. Faut pas partir en. Faut pas juger, ma gueule. Faut pas juger. Faut pas juger, les frères. Faut pas jurer. Faut pas juger. Ils font la Hajj à New York City là-bas. Tu vois, j'aurais été comme ça, Santana. Mais voilà, j'ai grandi, ma gueule. J'ai plus d'ennemis, frère. Tac, tac, tac. Qui se propose eux? Ah, mais non, je pas. Attends, playlist. Si vegan, si vierge contre un pas vierge, on va pas abuser. Un millionnaire. Des travailleurs moyens contre un millionnaire. Oh! Citre.
What's up?
Supporter de Trump contre un secret. Ok, on a. On a les 6 Trump supporters versus un secret hater. 6 gay men. Alors là.
Hi,
Alors là.
Sorry, gum. Sorry. It's fine. Hi, I'm Phil.
Alors là.
Michael, and I'm gay.
T'es fou, les gars, vous mettez des titres comme ça, je suis obligé. Hein.
It's awesome. Thank you. So, we have a podcast coming out about being gay and what that means.
When
That's the intro.
when did everybody know that they were gay?
Literally my birth. Literally, I had a boyfriend in like kindergarten. I promise you.
Oh my god.
Really? Yeah.
Mais là, oui, c'est le mec de The Blind Side. Le film de baseball, là. De football américain.
We brought together 7 gay men.
I'm gay.
Toi, t'es pas gay, toi.
Gay.
Toi,
I'm gay.
tu l'es.
I'm gay.
Vous êtes tous
I'm
là,
gay.
sauf le premier. Hein.
I am gay.
One.
Ah ouais, il y en a un, il a mis tout, il a tout mis.
If the
Le
group
maquillage,
discovers
tout.
who the liar is, they'll split a cash prize. If the liar survives,
Il est où le gros
he or
viking
she
islandais
wins
là?
the entire prize.
When did everybody come out?
Mais là, oui, s'il l'est pas, frère. Hein. Prédiction, les gars. Putain, c'est que oui ou non. Putain, prédiction, j'ai pas le droit à plusieurs choix, je crois. Bah, je suis un malade, moi. On n'a pas le droit à plus de 6. Attends. Ok. Veste rose. Viking. Viking tout grand. T-shirt couleur moutarde. Ah si, on aura plusieurs choix. Veste en jean grise. Géant Renoir. T-shirt rose. Ou bien... Débardeur boy. Tiens, il y en a un autre.
I came out when I was 8.
Ou bien boucle d'oreille. Trophée Bundesliga. Merde. Je mets qu'une minute. Hein. C'est bon les gars, la prédiction est là. Il n'y a pas de prédit sur une vidéo, ils vont aller la voir. Putain, merde. Ah, je vais zapper ça. De toute façon, ils n'ont pas le temps, minute. Ils n'ont pas le temps. Le temps qu'ils aillent sur YouTube, qu'ils bouffent la pub YouTube, c'est mort. Bah voilà, bah GG les gars. Vous avez niqué la prédiction, ceux qui ont...
17. My mom actually asked me when I tried to tell her. She basically took the reins and she's like, "Are you gay?" I'm like,
I was a little bit later, so I kind of hid it for a long time.
Elle mortelle, frère.
23.
It was like an anxiety round because it's so short, you can't really say anything. So I was like, let me say something so then I'm not the one that doesn't say anything before the round is over.
I came out to my sisters when I was 17, and then I came out to mom when I was 21 because she found a cock ring in my room. She was like, "What is this?" And I was like...
Who's the mole? Ah ouais, il va pas croire au mec en jaune. Hein.
I guess I just based it off of appearances. He
Frère,
really doesn't
ça se voit, ma gueule. Lui, c'est...
fit the gay stereotype.
I just voted because I was like, let me just get someone out. As long as it's not me.
You bitches. It's not me. Sometimes people tell me I don't like necessarily look gay or quote unquote what people might assume looks gay.
Just like the long hair and maybe
On est vraiment dans les clichés. Hein. On a vu un mec barbu, cheveux longs, pas de trucs bizarres sur lui.
the clothes, just like very, I want to say bland. No judgment.
Okay, I have a question.
Mais Rouya, mais les gars, si le gay, c'est pas lui là, le débardeur là, et son short de ouf et son maquillage, c'est que vraiment il voulait becter. Hein.
Okay, let's do a
C'est
hypothetical.
que lui, il a vraiment vu ça comme du travail, hein, tout pour l'argent.
Real quick. If we were all on a baseball team, would you consider yourself a pitcher or catcher? I'm a catcher. Pitcher. Okay.
I pitch and catch.
Okay.
C'est mal la question qu'il pose, c'est sûr il est dans ce milieu depuis trop longtemps, frère.
More of a catcher.
Okay.
I feel like the most obvious question is like, when did everybody know that they were gay? At what age?
The birth. Literally my birth. Literally, I had a boyfriend in like kindergarten. I promise you.
Oh my God.
Really? Yes. Okay. Literally, his name is Christopher, and we kissed on the side in like kindergarten. And I was like, I'm gay.
Mine was really suppressed during high school. If no one knows, I'm trans, so I have 2 coming out stories. So that's very difficult to come out to your parents multiple times. Well, yeah, technically I had to come out 3 times. One, I thought I was a lesbian.
Les gars, j'ai pas compris le concept. C'est 6 gays et un secret. C'est quoi straight? 6 gays et un hétéro. Bah, j'ai dit quoi, moi? Bah, voilà. Bah, ça, pour moi, il y en a un qui est dans le tas qui est pas gay. Dans le tout, ils sont tous gays. Il y en a un dans le tas, il est pas gay. T'as cru l'inverse? Bah, non, j'ai bien compris le concept, frère. J'ai bien dit, pour moi, ils sont tous gays sauf le grand viking islandais. Vas-y, l'inverse. Ouais, je me suis trompé, pardon.
Because I was born a woman, so I thought, okay, that's a thing. And then after that,
La prédit, c'est qui est gay? Ah, ouais, dans la prédiction. Ah, ouais, désolé.
I was like, no, I'm trans, so I had to come out again after
De toute façon, la
that.
prédit, je pense que je vais l'annuler parce que j'ai peur que tout le monde est parti voir la vidéo.
And then I was like, yeah, I'm gay.
Too many times. I mean, he had 3 times where he came out, which I get. You can come in, you can go out, you can come in, you can go out. But I'm just like, I don't know. That's way too many times. Yeah, for me, it was just so repressed because my dad was super homophobic and, you know, which happens a lot in the black community. So it was one of those things where super heavily protected and guarded. And then it just kind of came to a point in my life where like I realized like, this is my life. I need to, you know, do something for myself and not live in that fear. So of course, I ran away to San Francisco and
Mais
that
les
kind of
gars,
helped me like
juste faire celui-là avec ses mains. Wesh, pourquoi ma cam elle a bougé d'un coup? Wesh, juste faire ça avec ses mains là, celui-là là. C'est trop révélateur, ma gueule. C'est trop.
accept it more. Just so.
It's really nice. Thank you for sharing that.
Yeah, thank you.
I was just gonna ask, who here was bullied in high school for being
Moi,
gay?
tout le
Well, I
monde.
suppressed mine, so
Yeah,
I was dodging that bullet. I'm not gonna lie.
I was getting bullied since middle school. I mean, I wasn't saying like I was gay, but they're like, you sound like a girl, you're gay. And I would be like,
I had like rumors go around about me when I was like denying it, so I was like super pissed, and now like I don't care.
Has anyone had sex with a girl? You have.
Listen,
What was it
very
like?
drunk.
I'm allergic.
I was very drunk.
I'm allergic.
I was very drunk, pulled out after 15 seconds to her face. I was like, this is actually disgusting. I went back in the house. I was like...
He felt a little
Nice
quiet
there.
and reserved, and I just didn't pick up on a lot of gayness from it.
Rico wasn't mentioning a lot. Like
En plus, les gars, je crois, les gays, entre eux, ils ont un détecteur pour savoir qui est gay.
he would
Genre,
put
il
in
le
his
ressent.
2 cents, but wouldn't. I feel like it was surface level.
I saw
Rico, c'est lequel? C'est moutarde?
jacket that he was wearing, and I thought maybe he was kind of using that to kind of like trick us all into thinking he was like a Beyonce fan. So I was just like, let me get him out.
Good luck, guys. Wasn't me.
Je sais pas,
Okay,
frère.
so
Je saurais même pas vous dire qui n'est pas gay dans le tas là.
what's everybody's favorite part about our community?
People are very... They're more accepting.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it's super open. It's nice to have a community of people that they've been through the same thing you've been through, so they get it.
That's
you
exactly
know?
what I was gonna say.
Exactly.
I love how we're like basically just one, but like we have the same story, but it's like different, you know?
Exactly.
So it's
Ben avec lui, hein.
Fashion sense.
En tout cas, mais les gars, si c'est pas lui, je vous jure, je pète mon crâne. Si c'est pas lui, c'est qui?
Yes, most definitely.
So let's talk about relationships, right? Who is in a relationship?
Not I.
I don't know what that is.
So exes, when was your last ex?
Mine was about 2 or 3 years ago, and I broke up with him because he was still in the closet, and I'm like just out there.
Like I don't have time for that.
Like I'll make out with you in public. I want to hold your hand.
Yeah.
And the good thing about it though is like I helped him come out. So like when he told me about that, I started to cry. I was in my car. I was like, shit.
I don't really have an ex.
Never ever been in situationships.
I mean, like, I've been like talking to people, but it was in high school when I was like straight.
Oh, okay. I was just really suspicious because every time people started mentioning like just relationships or just interacting with other men, he really
Mais
couldn't
tu imagines
go
dans une vidéo comme ça, genre, si gay, un hétéro, ils mettent un mec avec la race à balti, frère.
that much in depth.
who does everybody listen to?
I'm more
Since
of a R&B guy, so
I feel
I'm not as poppy.
Megan Thee Stallion. We're right here. Look, we're right here, Megan.
Wait,
Look, if
Nicki
you
or
want-
Cardi?
I feel like she had that one album that was it. I feel like it's
Who, Nicki?
no Cardi.
Oh,
Like Invasion.
Eh, je sais pas, gros. Lui, là, il me paraît un peu... Il tape dans tout, Belek.
No.
What are you talking about?
Ouais, Marcus.
He wasn't
Peter.
giving me enough. A part of me was thinking, well, he might just be just a well-dressed person.
C'est qui, Peter? C'est la Wiss, là, boucle d'oreille Bundesliga, là? Ah, lui, c'est lui, Peter.
Was Bella Thorne once said TTYLXOX?
Ah, c'est une rêve de gay, ça.
That's a final four.
Raise your hand if you think the mole is still in the square. Sorry, wait, let me phrase that again.
Après, ce qui me tue, c'est que là, lui, il a juste des boucles d'oreilles de fou, hein, en soi. Et un... Non, même pas, il a même pas de col V.
Sorry, wait, let me phrase that again. If you feel that you've eliminated the mole and you want to stop playing now, raise
Oh, just me?
All right. So you guys want to keep going?
Yeah.
Might as
One
well.
more round.
Alrighty.
I see a tattoo of a lady on your arm.
Yes.
What inspired her?
I've dealt with depression, self-harm, and stuff like that. So when I'm dealing with that stuff, this is how I feel. I feel like I just have myself. So that's why she's like hugging.
Gotcha.
Because, yeah.
Why not get a man? I feel like you like women if you have a tattoo of a woman. What did y'all do throughout high school?
Oh, good
like
one.
sports.
Marketing.
I did performing arts.
I was
So
gonna say,
I
who's
don't
the
know
theater
how
kid?
people didn't know, right? Because I did musical theater, I did choir, I did dance, I did a little bit of football, like a little
For a
bit.
hot minute?
I know, yeah, just for a hot minute. I always attempted every year to like play football,
But it
and
doesn't
then
work
it
out.
always stopped when it came time to
Études
actually
de
play
langue.
football. So I kind of still don't even really know how to play football.
S'il faut
but
marketing, études de
I
langue,
train
c'est bon,
with
c'est
them.
carré.
What's your guys' like type, like when it comes to like a guy?
Similar looking build and appearance, but personality-wise, I really prefer like more feminine personality.
Okay.
Balance
They
me
have to be confident, so I do kind of like on the taller side of things. I've been surprised though.
What about you?
I don't have a type, you guys. I really don't. I'm just like, I don't. I'm just like, if you can vibe with me, if you can listen to the same music I listen to, we can like do some activities, go hiking, go
compatible
on a walk. Like,
activities.
you know, it's all good. No matter what you look like, no matter who you are, come to me. Literally, just come to me.
The baby's kicking, I'm nervous.
C'est qui Marcus? Ah, c'est lui.
Y'all fake as hell.
I'm sorry, Marcus. I'm sorry.
Ah là, c'est dur là. Là, si l'hétéro est dans le tas, il est très fort. Hein. Ah, si l'hétéro est dedans là, c'est très très fort.
I really didn't want to have that last round. I kind of figured we were all gay, but being selfish, I just wanted it to be two of us.
Okay, so let's go back to that guy
Même moi,
that you
Fouga,
dated,
voilà.
who was in the closet. So where is he now? Did you guys get back together after he came out?
No, because when I also fell out of love with him, so I was like, I can't. I tried to get
Ouais,
back to him,
sûrement on a eu
and I
là.
was with him for a while, and I was like, why the fuck am I doing this? Like, I'm sorry, I don't like you anymore.
Once we started that round, and I think I went and gave him a question like right away, and he answered it, and I didn't feel he was lying. So I was
Ça me dit comment il le présente. Mortel. Gay man?
oh crap, that's the only question I had for him.
I feel like we're all gay. Why do we do this?
I'm gay as fuck. I'm gay as fuck.
No, right?
I'm gay as fuck.
Ah, ils sont tellement gays. Et là, c'est bon, les gars. Il y a plus de top entre vous. Prenez l'argent. Enfin, je sais pas. Là, vous vous retrouvez entre vous, en fait. Vous voulez faire un date. Pourquoi vous éliminez un gars, là?
Each one of you guys gets 20 seconds on why you shouldn't be voted out.
Okay, I'm gay as fuck. I've been sucking dick. Can a straight person do this?
Oh.
Ah ouais.
Across the board.
Ça, c'est du gay, ça.
No.
Ça, c'est de l'homosexuel.
Okay, I'm gay. Because I mean, it took a while to come to grips with it, but you know, after coming to grips to it, just kind of seeing and kind of showing that we come in different colors and different styles and different, you know, everything. So there's no one right way to be gay, just like there's no right way to be straight, you know, especially we're in such a time where, you know, it's good to have representation.
L'autre gay, il a montré une meilleure
the whole
performance. Hein.
spectrum of everyone, just to show we're all connected, we're all together. You know, there's someone watching who, you know, is in the same situation that I was in. It's nice to be able to see that and be able to be like, okay, so there is a way you can still be yourself and
c'est une
still
pute, là.
not feel secluded.
Faites des grands discours, là.
I am gay, literally.
Non, on n'a
and
aucun doute.
What straight man do you know could beat his face like this? Literally, I'm saying get into it, this soft glam. I'm just saying, like, I'm 100% me, I'm authentic, like, I'm
C'est lui
gay, I
l'hétéro.
love men, I've always loved men.
C'est lui l'hétéro,
I don't
les
know
gars.
what else y'all want from me at this point.
I knew it.
Et wesh, les gars, il a montré un move de ouf.
Martel, if you did me wrong,
I did not do you wrong. I don't think you
Eh,
did me wrong,
tu
but
touches-
I for sure didn't do you
Wesh.
wrong.
Okay.
So,
You don't know?
125 each.
If the lights turn green, you voted the liar out. If the lights turn red, the liar is still in the box and you lose.
I'm good. We're confident.
Ah, BLM, vraiment, les gars.
Look at us, look at us.
All right.
Will the mole please step forward?
See? Yeah.
What?
Yeah.
Oh, shit.
Yeah.
Okay.
What gave me
You
away?
came out too many times. I was like, one of those times is you went back in the.
Putain.
Yeah.
You were talking for too much. I was like, I'm too much.
That's good. All right.
If you ain't talking money, I don't want to talk. Well, it was risky coming out to the group here as transgender because a lot of people invalidate just trans people in general in the first place. A lot of people still classify me as a lesbian, and oftentimes I do get it within the gay community.
I actually
C'est-à-dire qu'il a même pas modifié sa voix, frère. J'ai cru à l'interview, il allait parler normalement.
had a very strong feeling
Avec une voix
something.
virile.
I believe him like 100%. My gaydar and straightar are very horrible. They're horrible.
I think it was important to do this to kind of show people that there's, you know.
Voilà. J'ai regardé mon téléphone vite parce que j'ai reçu un message. J'ai raté une dinguerie. Excusez-moi. J'ai reçu un message. Je me suis dit, ouais, c'est bon, ils parlaient entre eux, ça y est, ils disaient des trucs qui servent à rien. Amine, merci pour les 2 mois, mon frère.
Talk. Well, it was risky coming out to the group here as transgender.
Ah, c'est ah, bah, c'est une
people
meuf.
invalidate just trans people in general in the first
Bah non.
place. A lot of people
Bah non, je pense pas. Est-ce que c'était un homme qui est devenu meuf ou.
classify me as a lesbian, and oftentimes I do get it within the gay community.
I actually had a very
Voilà, je sais même pas ce qu'il est, mon frère. Tu veux qu'on fasse quoi?
feeling about
Comment on peut prédire? Comment on peut faire des théories?
from the get-go.
I believe him like 100%. My gaydar and straightar are very,
Femme vers homme. Putain.
very horrible.
Ah,
They're
je donne
horrible.
ta barbe, mon gars.
I think it was important to do this to kind of show people that there's, you know, spectrum of human beings.
Classify me
Mais là, c'est quoi? C'est une barbe comment ça? S'il a pris des pilules de testostérone? Moi aussi, je veux, frère.
as a lesbian, and oftentimes I do get it.
Very horrible. They're horrible.
I think it was important to do this to kind of show
Sauté.
people that there's, you
Il est
know,
sauté, hein.
spectrum of human beings, and even if you
Eh les gars, la prédiction, si je vois, il y a 99%, vous avez tous voté la même chose, je dis ouais, c'est bon, vous avez triché. Hein. Ah ouais, non, abusez, ah, les gars. Eh, je suis pas con, hein. Bande de petits. Mais comment? Pourquoi vous trichez sur ça, frère? Pourquoi vous trichez sur ça, frère? C'est Bobby Betty, on dirait, vous avez mis vos vrais sous, ma gueule. Vous êtes en roche, ma gueule.
all who you are.
It's a done deal. We did it. Me and
On a
Marcel.
juste un bon radar gay. Ouais, casse-toi.
clean it all
Calmen,
up, right?
de moi, merci mon frère. Merci beaucoup. Ça triche, ça triche, ça triche.
Shit.
T'allais dire quoi?
I
Ah bah rien.
Hi, I
Hold on, sorry.
Am I crazy?
Putain, le concept de fou.
We brought 100 people together, and one of them believes they're
C'est sûr, ils ont fait ça en France. Est-ce qu'en France, il y a une chaîne qui a recopié le concept? Youssef4, de moi, merci mon ref, merci beaucoup. Non, c'est M6, pas maintenant. Pas encore, bientôt peut-être. Non, Kassib, c'est mort, ma gueule. C'est fini. Prochaine édition. En France, on a le Smash or Pass. Bah frère, si on peut avoir... Je préfère le Smash or Pass. Hein. Autant Smash or Pass, je regarde pas trop. Hein. Enfin, je regarde pas tout court. Mais quand il y a un mec qui fait un react dessus, je rigole. Hein. Je prends mon pied. Vas-y, Basra, bonne nuit, mon ref. Envoie-nous un Smash or Pass, pitié. Non, je laisse ça à SQLF. Ah, chemou, les frères. Déjà, c'est une vidéo de fou, je regarde là. Mettez-moi lui. Mettez-moi la vidéo. 6 mecs qui font de la SMR versus un fake. C'est que comment on reconnaît un mec qui fait de la SMR? C'est quoi cette vidéo de fou là? Mais ils pensent qu'ils font un truc de malade. Ils pensent que c'est des pilotes d'avion, ces bâtards. Final results.
1, 2, 3.
see some familiar faces. Guided meditation.
C'est qui le fake? Voilà, mais. Dans ma vie, j'ai tout vu, frère. Dans ma vie, j'ai vraiment tout vu. Attends, où la playlist de tout à l'heure? Tout à l'heure, il y avait une playlist et tous les trucs bizarres là. Ouais, la Wiss. Non.
We brought 100 people
C'est
together,
lui, c'est
and
lui.
one
Ouais,
of
je suis
them
lui.
believes they're the hottest
Ouais, il est
person
là, il est
here.
là. C'est lui, c'est lui. Non, c'est pas lui, au fait. Odd one out. C'est ça. 6 Trump supporters.
What's up?
Après, c'est le dernier, les gars.
Humans. Welcome to another episode of Odd Man Out.
We want to feature you in an intro.
Aucun
so stick
fouga.
around until after the video to find out the rules.
Enjoy in the meanwhile.
Pas de radio, les
I
mecs.
see so many people who are using government assistance to go to Disneyland. That's not what it's for. It's so that you can make America great again.
We brought together 7 Trump supporters.
I am a Trump supporter.
Ouais, aucun doute.
I am a
J'ai un
Trump
doute.
supporter.
I am a Trump supporter.
Ouais.
I am a Trump supporter.
Ouais.
I am a Trump supporter.
I am a Trump supporter.
Ouais. Wow.
One
Laisse-moi
is a
douter quand
liar.
même.
If the group discovers who the liar is, they'll split a cash prize. If the liar survives, he or she wins the entire prize.
Vous êtes en vacances là ou pas?
So I think we should say why we support him, since assuming we all do.
Vas-y, Belek, week-end prochain, Inch'Allah.
Sure.
Pour une
I support
radio.
him because I'm a dad.
I support him because record unemployment rate at all times.
Ouais, c'est un Libanais.
Stuff like that.
C'est un Libanais, ça.
When people lie, they tend to like touch their face.
I really love how he's a Christian and he loves Jesus and God. He's actually the only president in history that's
Quicker,
said-
because we have like 6 people. Okay, go.
I support him because he follows the Constitution.
I support him because I feel like we have more religious freedom with him in office than Hillary.
Yeah, there's so many reasons, but America first, I guess, is the reason. Is my reason in all
Same
facets.
here. He's done a lot for the country.
Ah ouais, t'es pas trop
So
pour
she
Trump,
was right
toi.
next to me, and she didn't necessarily cut me off, but she seemed just very nervous. She didn't sound like
Ah,
she
t'es pas trop,
believed what
t'es
she
pas
was
pro-Trump, toi.
telling everybody.
Okay, my faith informs my voting.
Bah
there's
oui,
that.
on n'a
And
pas de doute
second,
sur ça.
my dad has been in the Marine Corps for 30 years, and so vet support is really important to me.
Le Renoir, après, il y a plein de Renois qui supportent Trump. Tu connais, il y a toujours des Renois racistes. Ça ne changera pas, ça. Mais celle-là, là, j'ai un doute sur elle.
It was super nerve-wracking going into the first speed round because you know that everyone has assumptions about how you look.
He's got a lot of diversity of support out there. They just don't speak up.
Toi,
out of
tonton, on
fear.
n'a aucun doute
And
sur toi,
so it's
Mike.
interesting to try to read everything from body language to what they were actually saying.
Et moi, il reconnaît carrément un vrai mec de Trump ou pas. Frère, Anessa, c'est
I
pas...
voted for Sierra in the first round. I thought she was the most because of her look, her dyed hair, and how she initiated the conversation.
Je suis mort, ses cheveux teints. En mode, tu fais une teinture, t'es une gauchiste. Ouais, toi aussi.
I think it was the combination of my nerves and because I was wearing a crop top and it's not so conservative. And I had a piercing out earlier.
Raise your hand if you have any doubt and you would like to continue the game.
Everybody's going to vote in 2020?
Yes, absolutely.
Does everybody have a favorite for 2020?
I'm voting for Trump.
I don't know yet.
Yeah, I'm proud to cast my vote for Donald Trump.
President Trump, yes.
Trump here.
I think I made people focus on me
Et wesh.
because I didn't
Cousine, muscle ton jeu si t'es pas pour Trump.
know.
Et c'est 6 Trump supporters contre un hater.
if
Si tu
I-
dis, ouais, je sais pas
or
pour
I
qui je vais
don't
voter.
know if I would vote for him again. I think that if someone better does come along, I don't want to just automatically say he'll forever have my vote. I just want to clarify, just in case you guys
Mort,
don't
ouais,
think
ouais.
that I support him, because I totally do. But I am curious that one of the major things right now is immigration. So what is your guys' stance on immigration?
Well, I'm a second-generation American on both sides. So my dad's parents immigrated from India, and my mom's from Mexico. So I
Putain.
think this country would be nothing without immigrants at all.
Yeah, I grew up in California, in Los Angeles, California. I've seen the demographics change, not often for the good. You know, there are many homeless Americans and veterans.
Je crois qu'il est vraiment raciste, le Renoir.
Streets, and yet we spend tons of taxpayer money to support illegal immigration.
Ah ouais, ouais,
You know,
ouais.
we have
Le
a
règlement de compte.
constitution,
Guettez comment ils sont dans leur coin, entre eux.
If you can't respect our laws, it's better that you don't come.
Keith,
Mais les gars, soyez, s'il vous plaît, soyez. Les gars, dans ce chat, s'il vous plaît, on va commencer à vraiment. Je crois on va prendre des manuels scolaires, on va aller à l'école tous ensemble. Arrêtez de dire CSC. Vous croyez que c'est comme en France ou quoi? Vous croyez que c'est comme en France, les Renois, ils viennent en Amérique, c'est des natifs. Ils sont vraiment là, c'est à eux. Et les Renois d'Amérique, ils viennent pas du Mali ou je sais pas quoi, soyez pas cons, les gars.
He was a Trump supporter. It flowed.
Where do you get your news?
I don't watch any cable news at all.
And I listen to a lot of podcasts, like
Bah si. Bah si, frère. Allez, vas-y, voilà. Allez.
more specifically like Joe.
Au nom d'aucun Américain, Renois américain te dit ouais moi je suis malien, je suis soniqué frère. C'est des Américains pour eux, ça fait 100 ans ils sont là-bas. Moi je suis des... On les a emportés, on les a ramenés là-bas depuis des années frère. Soyez pas cons. Je vais faire des react snap. Bah vas-y envoie ton snap Nawel, je vais react ton snap moi.
Because he usually has people like Ben Shapiro and Steven Crowder, along with people who like are more leftist.
Did you see Alex Jones on Joe Rogan when he was on there?
I think he's like wild.
Yeah.
So
That's where I get my most of my information from, Infowars and Alex Jones.
Well, these are really informed people here.
You got to be on top of your game if you're gonna ever talk about politics with anybody.
I want to bring up in the next.
if you want to know the truth, you have to look at both
Merci,
sides
Manasco
to
12, mon ref.
understand, you know, what's going on.
Maybe he's just introverted, but to me,
Non mais les gars, ok afro-américains. Mais vous savez très bien que ces gars-là, ils sont là depuis trop longtemps frère. Depuis 400 ans wesh. Et là lui il critique l'immigration, mais c'est pas un mec qui a immigré ce mec. Soyez pas con, vous dites CSC parce qu'il a parlé de l'immigration, il a dit que les impôts, on nique trop de sous des contribuables dans l'immigration. Mais ce mec-là, dites pas CSC, il a pas immigré ce gars.
he didn't seem like he was actively engaged in the conversation.
I voted out Mike because I wanted to assume that not all white men are Trump supporters.
I was thinking it was the first person. I said, oh, she's gone already, so why am I... It's making it more difficult for me.
Et lui, frère, il est tellement raciste, j'ai peur qu'il écrive Trump dans l'urne, par réflexe, frère. Il est trop facho. Quoi?
And I was wondering how the silence was going to play. I now know.
So like what would you say to the people who are going to think negatively of you as a Trump supporter?
Well, I think the first thing is that no matter what side you stand on, President Trump has reinvigorated our democratic process.
You know, they say, well, he's a racist. I say, well, you just ask them. The people who believe that, you say, well, what's racist about his policies?
Just because of my support, it discredits who I am as a person, or like they're not willing to listen because it's like, yeah, it's really, yeah.
Like in college, because I'm pro-life, I'm discredited from everything. So, oh, you're Catholic, you can't have an opinion on this. We already know what your opinion's going to be.
It's like, we could talk about it. We don't need to fight about it. Just have a conversation. Your next door neighbor probably supports Trump and you don't like.
Eh mais les gars, le Renoir, il est tellement pour Trump.
How he's given the power back to the people. You know, the elites have held it for so long, and they're still fighting to like keep, you know, stay in power. But I think it's really divine, and you know, God's hand is in it. Jesus Christ.
I have a question probably for the next segment if we have another one.
Zach made himself seem too suspicious because he had his American pin flag. I thought maybe he was trying too hard.
Il y a quand même une meuf, elle vient de Mexique et d'Inde en même temps, mais ça la soupçonne pas. Hein.
So we're gonna do a revote. The tie is Zach and Natalie.
Honestly, I was kind of baffled by it.
I wasn't really surprised just because, like, I don't fit the look of somebody who supports Trump.
I think I voted for Zach because I didn't want to vote for Natalie, which is probably why I voted for Trump. I didn't want to vote for Hillary, so I voted for Trump.
Allez, dégage, Damien Rieu.
Yeah, I have a question though. I'm curious, you know, because
Le Renoir, il voulait se retrouver avec des meufs, je crois. Hein.
of millennial age. How do you define conservatism?
The current
Là, il pose les
narrative
questions.
of the left is creating a sort of victimhood. And what I find on the right is that there's a huge victor mentality. It's all how hard do you want to work to get your life to a certain point. I wouldn't even use like the label for myself. Even registered, I'm independent.
It's deregulation and providing the
T'as
opportunity
capté,
for
Noah?
everyone to make the best for themselves, not to be provided the best, not to have oversight financially so that you're obligated to someone else.
Avec Uma, je me suis dit la même chose. Le Renoir, il est sous Perfectus, dans Parfaite, petite chemise classe. Il parle comme Barack Obama. Ça, c'est le Renoir, ça, il a pété 4 000 euros par mois. Il commence à faire le facho. C'est comme en France, hein. On les a, nous aussi, ceux-là, hein. Les rebeux Renoir, ils commencent à gagner 2500 euros par mois. Ils commencent à parler un peu comme des droitards. D'ailleurs, s'il y a des gens dans ce tas, calmez-vous.
Because my
Barack
dad
Obama,
came
pardon.
absolutely nothing, did
Vraiment,
his
j'ai confondu avec le
natural
rappeur.
duty and built a life for himself, and I was able to go to college because of it. Like, I went to school on the GI Bill from him.
I see so many people who are using government assistance to go to Disneyland. That's not what it's for. It's so that you can build yourself up and make America great again. It's like if I'm going to work
Le lien avec Obama, bah, la manière dont il parle, la classe.
and my dad's going to work the hours that he does and not be home so that he can provide for his family, it's only fair that he gets to see that money.
Just really quickly, because I know this round is going to end. So you said that you wouldn't necessarily, you're not for sure casting your vote for Trump in 2020. Is there if you had to vote for a Democratic candidate right now?
As of right now, I don't see that person, but I just am not sure. I support him now as a president, and in 2016, it's not to say that I wouldn't, it's just whoever.
This is like
is
getting
really
really
hard.
hard.
That's why I didn't want another round.
She talked a lot more than Catherine did, so there's a lot more opportunity for me to like find holes.
I didn't want to vote anybody out. I just felt like everyone was honest, and so I was just like, I don't even think Mike is still in the
Non, mais là, encore tout à l'heure, j'avais pas beaucoup de doutes. Mais là, j'en ai plus. Elle, je sais pas. L'indienne mexicaine, je sais pas.
game, but I wrote his name down.
Et c'est bizarre, hein. Mais si celui pour qui j'ai le... C'est bizarre dit comme ça, hein. Mais vraiment, le mec, je le vois trop en Trump, genre supporter de Trump, c'est lui. Alors que là, normalement, c'est pas le plus évident, genre. Genre, je la vois trop en wokiste, elle. Body positif, teinture.
If the lights around you turn red, the mole is still in the square and you guys lose. The lights turn green, you have voted the mole out and you win. Ready?
Ouais, le pouce dans la poche, frère.
Can I have the mole, please? Step forward.
I am the mole. I really thought I was gonna win.
All right, young lady. Congratulations.
Ah, je suis surpris.
You did a great job. She did a great job.
I don't consider.
Trop marrant que t'as là l'indienne mexicaine, le Renoir, qui sont pour Trump, et la blanche Cato, elle est contre Trump, ça me tue.
myself a Republican in any way. All of my positions are pretty progressive. I'm super happy to have had this dialogue. I think this experience has taught me that a lot of the people who are
C'est le monde à l'envers,
like
my God.
Sierra, for example, go back and forth on what they believe and are asking themselves tough questions.
Everyone like has a story to tell, and everyone's voices should be heard, even if they disagree with you.
Mais comment ils ont pu voter pour le mec à la gueule à Damien Rieu et le vieux? Voilà, ils sont vraiment cons.
What's up, good humans? Thank you for watching.
Thanks so much
Toi, t'es pour qui, toi?
for watching. If you guys want to be in one of our intros for the episodes in the next 48 hours, put a story on Instagram telling us why you love Odd Man Out so much. Tag.
Putain. Attendez, je ferme la porte de chez moi. Il y a mon chat, il ouvre les portes et après, elle me regarde mal, frère. Arrête d'ouvrir les portes.